Hello everyone, welcome to Crazy Days. I'm Wanda. Deluxe sent me this set of pots. We have 3 different skillets and 3 different pots. Now I have several pots this size and I love them. They work out really well. All 4 of these came with lids. These 2 did not, but this lid will fit on this one. That leaves only this one that doesn't have a lid. What I really like, when you open the pots, look at this. You can measure without having to have a measuring cup. Isn't that awesome? I just love that. And it is in this one, this one, and y'all, this is deep. Y'all see? I don't know if you can tell how deep, but I don't have a skillet that deep. This is a heavy-duty frying skillet right here. I love it. So I am excited about this one. We're going to be using it shortly. And this one. I have a pot that is similar to that, but it's about a couple of quarts shorter. And I do need a pot this size all the time. So I'm loving this size pot. I have both these skillets already, and I love these both sizes for different things. But this one, we're going to be using this one tonight to fry some okra. The reason I'm using this big, thick skillet today, I'm putting some lard in it, and when I usually fry my okra, it's in about a 1-inch deep pan. I don't use much oil, which that is homemade Deepsouth lard from a pig we raised, but I just need enough to get it cooking on both sides. I may have to add just a little more. I don't want it to burn, but I do want it to cook. But my thought is, if I get these in here, it won't splatter on my stove. Because usually, I have stuff splattering everywhere. And I'm thinking this deep pan should keep it inside. And I should be good. Look at that big okra. Isn't that awesome? This is a Star of David okra. And we love it because it fries up in big pieces. And it is coated in cornmeal. Not heavy coated, but lightly coated. We like to taste our okra. Seems to be cooking just fine. We'll flip it in a few minutes. But nothing is splattering out. My stove is staying clean. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm going to put the lid on because I like to steam it a little. I'm going to turn it to about a 6. What are we on? 7. About a 6 here. And we're just going to let it steam for a minute, and then we'll flip the okra. So by putting the lid on it, it steamed it a little, and you can see some of them are starting to brown, and I'm not good at doing this. Wrong camera. Some of these are starting to brown, like that, and you can kind of tell. I just flip them over once they start browning. Kind of difficult when you're doing stuff one-handed. Some of it hasn't browned quite yet, and some of it has. But there you have some of it we're turning over, and we'll take it out in a few minutes. But my stove, y'all, my stove's staying clean. That's what I'm liking about this tall skillet. I've got all the okra turned, and I laid some of the chicken in there. My chicken is already done. I used it to boil and used the broth to make chicken and rice. So this breast has been cut into many pieces, and I just lightly coated it and laid it over in here after seasoning it. And mainly what I want is just to heat it through and through. Not really frying the chicken, just heating it. And I'm really liking my skillet. Now, what you see on there is mainly seasoning that I dropped on there, but it's not splattering. So far, Deluxe, I'm loving it. We have all the chicken in there now. The okra is on the plate. And y'all, for all of you that think okra is slimy, fried okra is not slimy. And we're going to see if we can flip a piece right here. And I know I'm left-handed doing this, but I want you to see. You see that good coating? It's kind of like fried fish type coating to me. It's going to be really nice when this is done, and we're going to fix a few other things to go with it. We are going to be using the smallest little skillet, and I'm going to be adding some garlic butter. Now, I melted garlic, squeezed some garlic juice and minced garlic over into it and let it sit in the fridge. I'll just dip out some. We're going to be doing our yellow wax beans from last year. I've dumped the water off. We like just sauteed in garlic butter. These are turning out pretty nice. We're going to be flipping this and taking it out in just a minute. But let's get this one going. I'm sauteing the butter. It'll be all melted in just a second. And the beans already have onions in them. These are the Cherokee yellow wax beans. I can see one kind of slightly green bean throated in there, but these will saute down for a couple of minutes. The chicken is looking awesome. We're going to be ready to eat, guys.
Let's check it out and see. Actually, I think it might be some of your best okra yet. It's not hard.
It's soft.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's got the cornmeal taste to it.
The skillet did not let it splatter all over everything, so I like that deep skillet. You like my deep skillet, didn't you?
Oh, I love that deep skillet. We don't have nothing like that. No.
And all this is stainless steel, good grade stainless steel pots. Some of them are still right here.
Yeah, that's pretty good there. Yep.
Pass the Danny test.
Actually, it tastes pretty good. A full meal from Deepsouth Homestead. I mean, literally.
And cooked in my new pots.
Cooked in the new skillets and stuff, yeah.
Today we're going to be cooking some fresh red rippers and black-eyed peas that I've mixed. They were frozen, and we're using the new Deluxe pots. I've already added salt, water, and a touch of bacon grease, and we're going to let them cook for about 25 minutes. All right, we're frying hamburgers in my thick pan, and it is not splattering all over my cabinet. I am loving this. I don't even have a top on it right now, but I'm going to put the top on it, steam them down a little bit. And y'all, that thing is amazing because I don't have a dirty stove. Well, it might be dirty, but it ain't dirty because it got splattered on. Now, while we're going to be cooking today, I'm going to take sweet potatoes. And these are some that we dug. And I have 3 different types. This is a white sweet potato. This is one that Danny and I grow every year. I think it's a Puerto Rican red or something. But this is a sweet potato we got, the slips from Mr. Al, and you can tell it is definitely redder. And the taste, the redder the taste, seemed to me the sweeter it gets. So I'm going to be putting all 3 kinds in the oven to bake. Now the first thing I have to do is I have to clean them. I'm going to cut part of this off because this is where the animals got into it. So I'm going to cut it off, and then we'll wash some of the, well, let's wash them first and then I'll cut it off. And I just take a good brush and brush. You're not trying to get the skin off, you're just wanting the dirt. That's good. Alright, so I'm going to rearrange these a little bit. Now this one, we've already determined it had the bug bites and stuff. So I'm going to go to this joint right here and slice it off. Now there is some good potato in that. And what's good I can use in making Danny's sweet potato dessert. So I'm going to go ahead and chop that end off also. And that leaves me with a nice good size bacon potato. So this potato has green on it. This is a sweet potato. This is not a white baking Irish potato or Kennebec or whatever. This is a sweet potato. Sweet potatoes are not potatoes technically. They are in the morning glory family. They are a tuber. This we just chop off. And they are tough. You just chop that part off, and then I'm taking the little ends off. Like that. Helps them to bake too, just saying. But we're going to put that in there. And then we do each one of them. I just chop the ends off. And I'll explain that in a minute, but that's how we're going to do it. Okay, now this one has a spot here, so, and it doesn't go deep. You see, it's not really deep, so I just cut it off. And it's not going to matter that we have flesh showing anywhere. Here we have our potatoes. I've got a pan that I'm putting in the oven. I've got the oven on at 275. We're going to cook them really slow for most of the day. And I don't want my pan to get the leaking stuff out. So what I'm doing is I'm putting my tin foil down. Anything that would come out will land on the tin foil, and I can just take and throw that away. Now, here I have organic extra virgin olive oil. First cold pressed. Now it doesn't matter whatever oil you want to get, but what I do is I drizzle each one a little bit. You drizzle them, you rub them in oil all over. Each one of them. And I learned this from Miss Brenda when I went out to visit with them. And I thought that's a pretty good deal because you cut the ends and leave it open. That helps them to cook better and cook more even inside. And you want to put some, and you can put as many as you want. You can flip them over, but you get the gist. You want to put some, break that skin some so that the heat can penetrate in different areas. Especially these big ones. Yeah, y'all thinking I'm going to get my finger, but I'm being careful. You can individually wrap each potato or come over it and kind of make a tent. And this way they still can vent under here. It's still going to vent, but you've got this piece to keep it from getting the sticky on it, and you're ready to go in the oven. And we're going to put, like I said, about 275, and we're going to go 4 hours or so, just slow bake. The 7-quart pot from Deluxe, you can see it has the measurements inside. It comes in really, really handy because today I am doing sweet potatoes. I always do Danny's dessert. I peel and chop the potatoes, and I do enough for one dessert. But from this point on, since we just harvested sweet potatoes, I am doing enough for 2 desserts because I'm going to mash and freeze dry the potatoes once they're boiled. And that way I can make desserts in the future. The potatoes are done, they're mashed, freeze dried, they're ready to go. Y'all, the 7-quart pot comes in handy. I did not have one this big. I think I had a 6 or a 5 or a 6. And the 7 is perfect for putting enough potatoes for 2 meals or 2 desserts. So guys, my sweet potatoes are done. I'm fixing to take half of them out, make Danny a sweet potato dessert. The other half I'm going to mash up, cool them all off, put them on a freeze dryer tray, and throw them in the freezer. I'm going to get them frozen, and in a day or so I will start the freeze dryer, and we will be freeze drying fresh okra and cooked mashed sweet potatoes. Isn't that awesome? So guys, the Deluxe pots, I'm very, very satisfied. I've been using them for a week. I showed you several of the things that I've done with them. They are a nice 18 gauge, I don't know what that means, but 18 something gauge stainless steel. That's what's written on the bottom. Each one of the pots, like you saw, were bigger than what pots I already had. The skillet is amazing. It's like this thick, and I'm loving it. This pot is going to be my go-to for most anything cannon-wise because it's bigger than the little short one that I had. It's going to be great, y'all. Even the biggest sauce pot is bigger than a sauce pot I had. So I am loving it. I love Deluxe. There's going to be a link in the description below. And y'all, I had to get a cup of coffee for this one. This is really special. Deluxe sent me 3 50% off coupons to give away. So in the comments below, if you would like to order pots, now you got to be willing to buy the pots, you get 50% off. This is amazing because I went and looked, and yeah, if you need pots, this is a very good deal. So I will give 3 50% coupons away. In the comments, say, I am ready to buy some pots. That's all you got to say, and we'll see. I'll do 3 drawings and send 3 people the coupon codes. You will be able to order your pots at 50% off. The rest of you got to pay full price, but that's okay. If you're looking for pots, this is a great deal. There's going to be a link in the description below. So check it out, guys. If you're interested, you need a good set of pots. I think I'm going to like mine. This is the same company that sent me the stainless steamer basket, and they gave y'all a 50% off on that. It was amazing. Quite a few people ordered them. Miss Lippy ordered one from Miss Lippy on YouTube, and she said she loves her steamer basket. She had an older one like I did, and she said, you know, this one outweighs it 10 to 1. I said, yes, it does. The pots are amazing. I love them. If you need a set of pots, check them out. Link in the description below. Guys, I got to get busy. Got a lot to do, and we'll talk to y'all later from Crazy Days.